The legal cannabis industry is causing a lot of stir in the market. The exact specific direction of this stir in the market cannot be pointed out, due to the complexities of multiple factors at play in this industry. However, it is growing as we speak. The cannabis market is completely in its infant stage of growth, but with that said, the growth factor is phenomenal. According to research from Pew Research Center, 91% of the US adults expressed for marijuana to be legal, out of which 31% opted for it for medical use only, and 60% opted for both recreational and medical use. The Harvard Institute of Politics found out that in each subgroup, ranging from the age 18 to 29, including every party, gender, and ethnicity in this study, showed support for medical use of marijuana. The study showed a stat of 66% supporting medical use while 14% opposing, and 19% being unsure about it. So general sentiment of support from marijuana and cannabis does exist. Still, we need to have a macro perspective of the global marijuana industry and the US legal cannabis market to draw an analysis. From a global perspective, more than 70 countries have liberalized their cannabis policies according to New Frontier data. The major trend around this legal global market expansion is prevailing in the form of therapeutic applications of the drug. However, few countries like Canada have allowed recreational adult usage. From a trade point of view, Canada and Europe are leading the import-export market of legal cannabis. However, from a production point of view, in the long term, different subcontinents and regions like Asia will be able to undercut the wholesale prices and production costs of cannabis biomass. Canada and Europe may remain the cream of the crop for manufacturing value-added cannabis goods. However, certain regions and segments of the global market still face external and internal complexities relating to the economic, market, trade, and political complexities. According to the Global Cannabis Trade Report by New Data Frontier, these variances develop a sense of transcontinental complexities and risks. Europe is considered to have the biggest role in the future of the global cannabis trade since it is geographically well positioned between countries that are taking part in the legalized marijuana trade. The biggest of these European importers in Germany. The US role in this greater picture is mostly sidelined due to the fact that the federal authorities are not aligned with the legalization of marijuana, as many states in America are. Let's take a closer look at the USA again. Currently, the Biden administration, specifically the president himself, has shown sentiments for pro-legalization policies of cannabis of both recreational and medicinal kind. However, Biden's Vice President, Kamala Harris, has a more state-controlled approach towards the legalization of marijuana. She supports the MORE Act, which is proposed by the Republicans that allow for the legalization of marijuana but taxes the corporations heavily for it. This will significantly put the USA behind in the global cannabis trade. The politics of the legal marijuana industry is more heavily trenched than it seems. It has a lot to do with lobbying tactics of big tobacco, big pharma, and alcohol industries trying to create deep pockets for themselves, in the cannabis industry. The US legal cannabis industry acts as a surrogate for the corporate sector, to take over the value-added manufacturing of marijuana on a large production scale, which will drive the prices of weed down. Ultimately this will push the small and medium enterprises out of the game, and disrupt the equity. Either way, the capitalistic nature of the free market in the US will always favor power over equity, as history shows, and consumerism will be drawn towards efficient and cheaply priced marijuana goods. This phenomenon is known as corporate weed. While marijuana is still federally criminalized, which stops banks from giving their services to weed corporations, this could all change if the Safe Banking Act that passed in the Senate House eventually became law. This law will decriminalize marijuana, and allow for banks to openly provide services to marijuana enterprises and corporations. While there is still some confusion around how, if, and when the USA will allow for federal legalization, many businesses and corporations have already started taking advantage of the partially regulated and liberated marijuana policies through free market capitalism, and these companies are doing really well in this market space. Keeping in mind all the intricacies and complexities of the legal cannabis market, our research team at Stocks Telegraph has selected 3 growing cannabis companies that can potentially allow you to invest in profitable cannabis stocks. First in our list of top 3 growing cannabis stocks is Canopy Growth Corporation, with the ticker CGC. The $8.683 billion company matches the cannabis market with a powerful portfolio in both medicinal therapeutics, as well as a range of recreational products. While the current loss in share trading of the company may be believed to lose investor interest, but in the full picture, the CGC, what we see is an aggressive international expansion that is undeterred by the current metrics of CGC stock and company business stats. Furthermore, it has made a deal to acquire Curaleaf Holdings Incorporated, which is an established and licensed marijuana producer and manufacturer in the USA, adding to CGC stock's rapid growth phase. Second, in our list of top 3 growing cannabis stocks is Trulieve Cannabis with the ticker TCNNF. The stock is exposed into the stock market through OTC, with a $6.598 billion market capitalization, and maintains a strong bottom line whilst expanding business. Its main strategy and key move are having the 48% lead in the state of Florida for its cultivation. The company is seeking out cultivation for the new medicinal and regional marijuana market, with quarterly revenue growth of 101% in the first quarter of 2021 compared to last year. The company is expected to cash more profits and report it in the second quarter thanks to expansion in facilities in Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia due to scaled demand. Third, in our list of cannabis stocks with lethal growths is Curaleaf Holdings Incorporated, with the ticker CURLF. Curaleaf Holdings has a strong presence with a market capitalization of $9.765 billion and a distribution network in Europe as well as 20 states of North America. Curaleaf Holdings has shown growth of over 130% since the past year. Another sure sign of a company that has room for more growth and innovation is it investing in the research and development portfolio to discover new ways of scaling up efficiently. Curaleaf is doing just that by partnering with Agrify Corporation, which has the experience in manufacturing and producing premium quality cannabis, along with Curaleaf's expansively scaled cannabis production skill. This makes both a promising partner for such a collaboration of growth and innovation. We chose these 3 cannabis stocks uniquely because they have strong fundamentals and cover the potential of growth required that will shape up the future global cannabis market trade. Our team poured extensive hours of research into this video. To show appreciation, please hit the bell icon and the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the Stocks Telegraph channel. Do comment below about your favorite cannabis stock, so we can research and add it in our upcoming video. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next video.